Hello, this is Jared, and welcome to my cold series, playing a Frosty planet pack on a really nice asteroid on the Ceres minor cluster. But on the challenge side of things, everything's maxed out, including ravenous dupes. But that's not all. First rule, no dupes with frost-proof traits. The other rule is never building or using ice liquefier or wood heater. This is going to be an insane challenge. Enjoy! This is episode 2. Let me get you caught up before we get going here. Only on cycle 9, still just 3 dupes, but we managed to get the research and build a liquid tempedizer surrounded by wood and some brine. That brine has come from this cool salt geyser up here. We're blocking that off at high priority. We managed to get the research for that liquid tempedizer thanks to a little bit of water that we were able to put in that supercomputer by melting ice from this saltwater geyser, picking that up in the pitcher pump. So really concentrating on that. So now I can create my own water here by melting ice using that. The other thing is this has been a really nice asteroid. We found 4 warm coats plus the additional one here in the coat rack, totaling 5. So we've got 2 extra coats. For the next 2 dupes, they can put those on right away. Also, I just want to take you through 2 comments. First is Cedric. I was trying to get the dupes to pick up a large bottle and send it over here and get them to drop it and put it back in here for storage. And one thing I missed was this enable auto bottle. Not worth going back to redo, but definitely going to take a note for that. The other thing is Lewis mentions you might as well print something, the printing pod, while you're waiting for another dupe. I was thinking that I was going to have enough time, but looking back, I definitely should have done that. I think it was kind of a useless item that it was given me as a package anyways, but nonetheless, I'm actually ready for another dupe, so I'm going to be printing that when we're going to get started here in just a second. We are starting off now. First thing I'm doing is getting chef. We're going for the locavore and eventually carnivore achievements, so I want someone that can cook really well. It would have been nice to have those calories earlier on, but I think it is more important to get ourselves a chef at this point. I'm going to get chef to put on their warm coat right away. Let's also look at their schedule, because I think they're a night owl. We're going to put them, let's put them in with minor. So they have a full 3 hours to take advantage of their night owl status. And the first thing we want to do, I see minor going up towards here to block this off. That's awesome. We've got a path over here to get a little bit of food. That's the highest priority. Also research. Speaking of which, let's get meal preparation. I want the electric grill. So we'll get research on that. Minor should be throwing in some snow here. Awesome. Okay, so now that that's blocked off, we won't get any more brine down here. I see 2 dudes, chef and rancher, producing some power. Currently, it is negative 11 degrees. I'm just going to take a snapshot here and think about what my next plan should be from this point on. Now that we have chef here, I first want to make sure that they've got a cot to be able to sleep at. So we'll put that together right there in the barracks. Next, I want to look at both food and oxygen. Food-wise, I think is a priority because first of all, we've got ravenous dupes, and now we've got 4 dupes. So we're actually needing to have 8,000 calories a cycle in order to be able to survive. And oxygen-wise, I see some oxylite up here. There's some oxylite down here. If it weren't for the fact these guys were ravenous, I would probably concentrate on food source, looking at buried objects. But because everyone's ravenous, I'm thinking I'm going to attack one of these guys. This is the guy that I've selected. There's some similar critters down here and a similar age. This guy here, I prefer someone that's a little bit older, but they're similar age and further away. There's also some up here. It's going to take a lot longer to get up there. In fact, I don't even think I can dig through abyssalite at the moment anyway. So we're going to concentrate on getting to this guy to get meat. Going to make a snow tile right there. And we're going to make a path going up like this. until we reach our destination. I'm going to make that a priority. And then we'll watch this play out. What's Chef doing? They're picking up a little bit of dirt. Putting it into storage. That's a priority 5. It's a bit surprising. Okay, now they're picking up wood. Okay, Miner's also doing that. I guess they didn't have enough tasking. Let's get you over here, Miner. If we can. Okay, they're picking up snow. Excellent. Heading down that way. Chef is putting their cot together. So they're going to have a place to sleep at the end of this cycle. Rancher is generating a little bit of power so we can get a bit of heat down here. Miners decided to take a little bit of a break. So I guess Chef is going to be building this after all. Scientist doing some work. And I'm going to put the electric grill right here. I'm gonna have power for that. We got 2 circuits. I'm going to connect to the main circuit. We've got essentially a dedicated circuit for the liquid temperizer, and then everything else. I'm going to go click on priorities. Tell Miner to concentrate on digging. Just change. Oh, they are not happy. A little bit stress in their life at the moment. 60% for them. Rancher 49. Science is 29. And then Chef only just got here. And a little bit of stress in their life as well. Chef providing some dirt in here for Scientist to continue along. Miner can now reach some tiles here to start digging. Speed things up just a little bit. Watch Miner progress. Chef generating some power. Scientist taking a little bit of a break. Just a few tiles. I see one tile that we actually don't need to dig. Okay, I'm going to click on this guy now and hit attack. I want to be careful that these dupes don't consume meat. I want to have only barbecue meat consumed. Surprised you're not doing it. Oh, maybe. Okay, let's turn that back off. There we go. Miner is on attack. And I'm going to slow things down. I don't want to see anyone go in here to consume that meat. I don't even think it has hit the ground yet. Just checking. Nope. Miner excited. That's probably more the research than the kill that they just done. Okay, so I'm telling the dupes, do not eat that meat. We've got 22,000 calories sitting right there. That's awesome. I want to move that over here. Now that tile doesn't exist, so how about we put it right here instead? To a 6. I'm going to get you. So these guys were going over to do a bit of help. I'm going to get you to get out of the way. Because I want Miner to pick that up. I'll get you to get out of the way. And Miner. Hoping you're going to pick this up for us. After you stop celebrating. Okay, so Miner's picking up the meat. This is going to make it easier. So when we do get the electric grill here. There's meat in the area. Instead of having to have the dupes go all the way over here. See a little bit of brine. Let's dig that out for a bit of dirt. Let's see this temperature. We're at -6, so things are warming up. Both Chef and Rancher on this. So Miner has dumped the meat right here. We're not allowed to eat that though. What I'm going to actually do is disable one of these. Disconnect that. This is going to slow the amount of time this thing runs, but I think we've got more important things to worry about right now. The rancher can get this to run, so the temperature should still be going up slowly. Even if that liquid temporizer doesn't run continuously. So we've got some wires going in. The other thing is I want to get over here. There's no bunch of calories we can live off of there as well. Shaft's charged our batteries. We're currently in the night owl state. So we're getting some dirt here for a research station. Miner doing a little bit of digging so we get access to some dirt local to the research station. And just a bit more for scientists to be able to unlock this ability. Where are we with calories? A good amount of calories, but remember the meat is not edible at the moment, so we're kind of in a bit of a problem. But with electric grill research done, we can put that there. We're going to make that the priority. Get that together. Miner heading over here. Get a little bit more calories from that zone. So the wire is now in place. Shaft grabbing in some dirt. So what I'm going to do now is give chef their skill to cook. Grilling. They can have their hat. So they're going to make their way up here. Printing pod. And there it is. The electric grill. So we can even take this meat and put it right next to it. Do that is the next action. I'm also going to tell the dupes, don't eat pike apple. We'll cook it here instead. We'll start with barbecue meat though. So chefs getting their ability to use the grill. It's going to give us a bunch of calories. Because in the process of making barbecue meat, we actually enhance the number of calories from 3,200 to 4,000. So each 3,200 piece is going to feed 2 dupes a cycle. Miner's picking up that meat. We should see one of these guys putting it in there. I'm going to go to priorities. Go to chef. Get them to focus on cooking. Someone else can produce power. I want you on the grill. Since we're so low on calories at the moment. And chef starts working away. Speed things up just a little bit. And we're going to be getting our first piece of barbecue meat. Alright, I'm going to do a snapshot right here and think about my next moves. After a bit of thinking, I've decided the next thing I want to research is going to be desalination. So I can actually get a little bit of water from this brine to kick things off in the micro musher. By the time all this food is cooked, I want to make sure we're able to run the micro musher. Then we're going to have to pivot to the electrolyzer to make sure everyone can breathe. Speaking of which, I think it might be time to get after a little bit of oxyolite down here. We also have some oxyolite up here that isn't opened up yet. Oh, we need ability to get up there. So chef and miner taking break. We've got 8,000 calories of barbecue meat. Still a little bit of meat. soon as they wake up, I suspect they're going to get back to the electric grill, taking advantage of their high cooking ability. I would expect you're going to get here, right, Chef? A little bit of stress. There we go. Chef is doing some more cooking. Scientist unlocking new research. We'll also get pump put in right here. I'm going to connect into this circuit here. I'm going to have to be careful about how many things are used. So I actually won't fully connect at the moment. Get that in place though. I also want to put in a spot for our desalinator. I'm thinking right about here. Tubes are consuming that barbecue meat. We really got to get going on this. Need a little bit of water here in the supercomputer, I guess, for this research. Currently, there is some in there. Have positive temperatures for brine, 4 degrees. So go in the right direction. Miniature scientist sleeping away. We're going to need a ladder to fully get down there. Let's go to pike apple skewers and start cooking those. It's going to enhance the calories, but it's also going to get these out of the reach of the flocks. So actually, nice thing, I didn't even realize, we're actually doing electrolyzer as we research this, which is great. Rancher picking up a pike apple, putting that into the electric grill. Okay, so one more thing to be researched, and we'll have the ability to build this. Currently at 9 degrees, even with just one dupe on the manual generator, this is producing the heat we want. Getting calories from Chef. That we really need to convert this to water. Not only does that give us the ability to produce food with the micro musher, but we're also going to produce oxygen from the electrolyzer as well. So scientists now on the supercomputer. Rancher down here, I see some buried objects, so I think I'll go after a few of those. But this is also going to open up a little bit of oxylite. So the supercomputer is out of water. This pitcher pump obviously doesn't have water yet, just brine. And unfortunately, we've got some water on top of this pitcher pump, but nothing it can actually access. We're going to destroy this. Do a little bit of digging here. Let's see if we can get this guy access to a little bit of water. So first thing that is happening, the pitcher pump is being taken out. Just checking on these guys. Scientist still at work. Chef making some power down here so we get this area warmed up. Nearly 15 degrees. Okay, hold on. I will get tile built right here. Then I can get a pitcher pump built right there. That should give me some water. Make that priority. Check the priorities for miner. They're good. Let's... Now hold on. Make sure we get some igneous rock nearby. Move there. Probably just make that a 5 so I don't get the other dupes over. Okay, fair enough. They're going to bed. Maybe I will re-raise that. $17 degrees. Let's take a pause on that rancher. I want to get some work in the supercomputer done. Rancher heading over. Some igneous rock. Technically, I don't even think that tile has to be built. That's just there as a indication of this thing not to go down too much. Okay, so that has access to water. Awesome, awesome. So someone should be picking it up. Actually, maybe. Oh, you're hungry. How are we doing for calories? 17,000 calories of barbecue meat, 1,000 plum squash. So reminder putting that in. Somebody gonna give water. I guess that's rancher, I assume. Yep. So that's gonna give us ability to continue on with some research. Gotta watch the oxygen level. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I think, of course, this pump, yeah, even if I get this pump made, it's not sitting in water. Any more oxylite? A little bit there. There's some up there. Miners down here digging this out a little bit. Actually, do that as well. Be careful, they're using this as a stepping stool. Oh, yeah, and it's gone. Some wiring being installed down here. So this is all up to scientists right now. As this area doesn't consume any more power, this zone starts to cool off, so we don't want to have that disconnected for too long. There's the pump going in. Scientists starting up the system. That should get this on. Heat things up. This actual liquid temporizer works really well. Produces lots of heat. Okay, so we've got a spot here cleared out. We have... Oh, we're out of water again. Okay, let me take a moment. Calling the team over here. So we can get this area dug out. Actually, this is something that Miner's going to have to do for us. Good, Miner is showing up. Got some of this bleach stone. Oh, now they're deciding to go find some food. Chef just opened this area up, so we've got bleach stone exposed. Just going to dump that in some liquid. Perfect. And Miner back at it. So they're going to knock all this over. I see a little bit of water here, so that's why I'm over here. Can get rid of that. I don't know if we need that or make that, actually maybe make that lower. We'll see. Cancel that. Okay, so once that's done, let's try putting a pitcher pump right there. Miner, let's tap you so you can see if you would actually build that for us, maybe. Maybe Chef will. Of course, now we've got some water accessible in this pitcher pump, as well as this one. So hopefully between those two, we'll have enough. I see a little bit of calories up here. Do some harvesting. Miner. I assume you're picking up some water there. There we go. Headed for the supercomputer, no doubt. Shaft producing some more calories. We're going down quickly. Oh, some water. Accessible over here. We're finally getting this warm enough so that actually ice and snow that's sitting in here already begins to melt. Rancher taking advantage of that. Let's make the first mush bar. But what would be good if we could start dumping some... Actually, no, make that one over. If we can dump some water right here. And start to suck up the brine and get this whole thing converted to water. That'd be really nice. Why'd you just do that? I guess they went on break just as they're trying to get some water. Scientist. See if we can unlock this research. Let's look at the oxygen level. Not great. Not great at all. But we're not out. But we're going to get that... we need to get that electrolyzer on very, very soon. The next few moves I do are going to be absolutely essential. I do them in the right priority. Scientists making some power. Once they're done, they're going to get back to the supercomputer, I assume. Hope. Yep. Let's get this thing done, scientist. Okay. Whew. Just take a moment. So that gives me the ability to make a desalinator. I'm going to put that right there. Got to be careful of cold temperatures. I don't want water to freeze, so we're going to do insulated pipes. That's going to take a little bit longer to make. From this point down, I don't see a need for insulate it, so 2 regular tiles and insulate it there. Then we're going to get insulated from here over. And we're going to plug this into this circuitry here. The other thing, we need electrolyzer as well. I was planning on putting a micro musher right here, a second one. But I think we need to get that electrolyzer together sooner. Can always move it afterwards. Put that in like that with also insulated pipes. Igneous rock. If we had some local igneous rock, that's also going to help. So we'll dig that along there. Make that a priority. And rancher. We'll aim for about 20 degrees and we'll cut the power. Okay, we are not ready for another dupe. We'll get a little bit of algae. Could actually produce some oxygen from that until it runs out. It's going to run for the shortest period of time, but that's okay. Okay, let's just decide where it's going to go. Maybe down here. Take advantage of that little gift. Make sure that bin is set at priority 5. Okay, so miner down here. Digging out some igneous rock. Let's get them down here as well. And we've got an oxygen diffuser being put in. Picking up some... Oh yeah, they're wanting to finish this off. Let's get some algae into this guy. And then we've got this construction project. Alright, we're making a little bit of oxygen. It's going to be a pathetic amount, I'm feeling, but at least it's something that might give us enough time to get this built. Okay, so chef, giving us a little bit more calories. Micro musher being used here for the first time, enhancing number of calories as well. Over 20 degrees, so let's cut the power. This rancher starts to do some other things for us. Electrolyzer being installed, that's going to be important, especially once this thing runs out. That was a very nice gift from the Frosty printing pod. Here's how quickly that burns away. Yeah, it won't be too long before that runs out. Chef here looking at some buried objects. Maybe we'll get a small amount of calories. But mostly I want to get access to this igneous rock. Now the construction project begins. Actually, I don't know if these dupes can actually reach that anymore. Doesn't say that they don't. I think they do. Okay, that's good. Any igneous rock around here? There's some up there. Okay, fine. They can use that to make this insulated pipe. Okay, we're holding oxygen-wise. We have a small amount of calories. That's dwindling quickly. Again, 8,000 calories every cycle. Some of the insulated pipe now being installed. This guy does have access to some water. 71. I think you need 75 kilograms to make one of these. Yeah, so that's actually not enough. But this guy here is going to help. It's going to take some power, but it's going to help. Temperatures drop down to 19 degrees. Moving along slowly but surely. Stress 50%. Okay, so we've got some more insulated pipes. An electrolyzer, but no water going into it. These guys going down here, making trips to access a little bit of the igneous rock that we've got down here. Just a few more pipes and we'll be able to get this thing running. Got, how much water is there now? Oh, 7, ha ha ha! So even before getting this to go, we can actually make another mush bar, maybe even 2, but let's just do, yeah, let's do 2 more. Might be some food in here, you never know. Nope. Just a few more pipes to go. Shaft crunching away some food. But this is also actually going to be a guaranteed way of getting some oxygen from the electrolyzer. As soon as this thing goes in, we'll concentrate on that. Since we have water here. If we didn't have water, we'd probably concentrate on the food. Bit more igneous rock being picked up. Let's see. I'm going to make some more mush bars. So this is enhancing our calorie supply. Oxygen-wise, we're just staying alive. Let's have a look. We're going to be running out of algae. I'm pretty sure 170. Going down quick. We need this to be installed, dupes. Okay, here we are, here we are. Okay. With that, let's get this connected. But we're going to disconnect this guy. Currently 15 degrees. Scientists generating some power. Slow things down just a little bit. We're watching some water go in, or brine go into this. Water should be coming out. First pieces of water. 12 degrees, almost 13. Going towards electrolyzer. Awesome. So this means that once this runs out, which it's running out quickly, we're able to make our own oxygen. That is a relief. Make this igneous rock. Alright, let's just connect this now. So with any excess water, we're just going to dump it here and start the conversion of this whole area to water, while producing a little bit of oxygen. Okay, that's an achievement in and of itself. I'm going to take a moment to decide what I should do next. So the very next thing I'm doing is cutting out this zone over here. And I'm going to be taking advantage of an idea I've got from Cedric about having other dupes store materials in the micro musher and concentrating on chef cooking. So the plan is just to get a bunch of these together, close to where I'm storing dirt, and of course close to where there's access to water, and we'll be able to produce lots of food. So Rancher Chef producing some power for our desalinator. Carefully, got to be watching the temperature. It's dropping. We're gonna make micro musher. We'll start with one, and then we'll continue on with additional ones. So everyone, or 3 of the dupes, making some power. Scientists down here. Getting a little bit of water. So there's 2 things that's giving us water. First of all, the conversion of brine to ice, or brine to water. And then the other is the ice that actually melts during this whole process. There's some ice here. We can get in more ice later on. We continue to ask for more mush bars as we go. Going to keep that as a priority 5. So 2 dupes making power, 2 sleeping, conserving their energy. More and more water out of the brine. So we no longer have barbecue meat. That harvest that we had from over here is done. But I'm hoping from this point on, especially with a set of micro mushers, I'm going to have enough power, or rather enough food, so I won't have to hunt another one of those critters. Making mush bars. So we're going for the super sustainable achievement, hence why we've got some manual generators. Though we'll be switching to hydrogen generator now that we're actually making hydrogen from an electrolyzer. Miners waking up, getting a meal together for them. And they're not feeling so well today. Chef generating some calories for us. Scientist and rancher on power production. $8,000 calories. Need more of these micro mushers together. Can actually disconnect one of these guys. Don't want to have two dupes on this anymore. It's going to give us another dupe here to make a micro musher. We've got water available in this guy, so we can start cooking these micro mushers. That would be the best. See Chef trying out the micro musher over here. Miner delivering some materials into the micro musher. Ensuring we've got enough visits here in those outhouses. So we're starting to get less efficient in this setup because we're sending water up here. From the desalinator point of view, it's not really costing more power, but we're running the pump a little bit more than we need to. So I'm going to actually disconnect this part of the setup. So this should now be shutting off once this becomes backed up and we're waiting for water to be consumed in the electrolyzer. So I'm also now going to switch over. We've dropped down to temperature of 13 degrees. So I'm going to temporarily connect this and disconnect that. And we'll have this system start to heat up this area. Let's dig out a little bit of ice. Throw that down here so we can make sure we've got future water that we can survive off of. Right now, not a lot is happening other than power being produced as well as food. But once we're actually going to watch this pipe here now. Switch over power. But once this has been warmed up, I'm going to switch this over. And that should give us a little bit of break from this manual generator. Currently 17 degrees. I'll wait for that to get to be about 20. I think we're going to actually stop for now with the 2 micro mushers if we can get that built. Actually, that'd be a total of 3. Get more in time, I'm thinking. But this water supply is getting low, and that's making me a little bit nervous. So now we're generating a bit of heat to melt some of this ice that's in here. We've got our 3rd micro musher being built. Now I see some snow here. I want this to be dug out before it falls down on top of this guy. Nearly at 20 degrees. So if I knock that out and make that the priority, we'll be able to get that to start melting down here. And then I'll click on this. Now we get 3 of these to be loaded while Chef is doing their magic, producing food. Next thing we're going to do is get another barracks up here. Eventually we're going to make this a latrine and make this a barracks. But I want to be able to get, I'm suspecting, another dupe. I'm going to do that next episode because I need a little bit of time to think about if that actually is the right priority or the right time to have another dupe. I think it is. Rancher up here digging out a spot for that. So we're ready. We've got a work errand on these two. This is awesome. So when Chef is done and there's no more materials, they don't have to do any loading. They can go over here and work on this one, cook on this one. And we'll see how this does. Oh, I've got to watch. Okay, we're no longer producing oxygen. 21 degrees. So I'm going to be switching this over so that we get this pump and desalinator to run. Rancher scientist sleeping, so we'll have to wait for someone to get on the manual generator. Mine are finished, and they are looking like they're going to the outhouse, but scientist is waking up. Being they were going to go to the manual generator. Nope, not quite yet. They may be looking for food. Yep. We are 0.3 cycles until the next dupe arrives. Miner here, going to produce some power. Okay, so that's going to give us a little bit more water inside our electrolyzer. Currently, our oxygen situation is good. Our food situation is okay, especially with 3 micro mushers and the ability to get some water here. That's much better. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'll definitely be looking at some of your comments to see where I go from this point on. But thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you next time where I continue to expand the base without making the ice liquefier or wood heater. Till next time.